Thank you, thank you. It happens. And VC says he's not saying so because the council is here. This is what he means. VC, that you're saying the council is one of the best. We've had, this is probably the most used word here in UL. We went to the disability unit, we're told it's one of the best in the world. We went to the health sciences, we're told in the nursing simulation, the director there said, is the first of its kind in the world. So this thing of one of the best, I think, is the favorite word. Honorable Khabo.
No, thank you very much, Chair. Thanks for the opportune moment. Let me also probably join members of the committee in appreciating the work that the management has done in terms of keeping the university alive and to a large extent demonstrating an understanding on what is it that is expected from management, including its council. That must be appreciated, VC. But be it as it may be, I've got few questions that I would want clarity on from your good selves in particular. Earlier on, Labour has made a submission in relation to the issues of policies and made the reference in particular to your recruitment policy. I'd like to check with you, when last did you review your policy and how often do you review your policy? So with me, VC, I'm going to be clear. Don't exploit or abuse my time. You see, my questions are very short. I expect you also to go straight to my questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. I think around the issues of policy, we've got a standing rule here that says each and every 3 years, the policy must be reviewed. And then if, let's say, there are changes, we don't wait for 3 years, it gets to be reviewed. So there is a governance framework that sits with the register that we check all our policies. Also, I can say this policy of recruitment will be reviewed at that given time.
My question is, when last did you review your policies?
I think it will differ because some of them were reviewed last year because they were due to be reviewed.
I've made the reference to the recruitment policy.
I'll have to check so that I can give you the precise answer.
Okay, probably while you are checking before my time comes to an end, let me, maybe one of your staff members can check while I go to the next
check with
question.
the Director HR just on the review of the recruitment policy when it was last reviewed.
The second part, earlier on while we were conducting a walkabout, you reflected on 1,800 beds that you had to construct the building next to us. Just wanted to check with you, we also made mention of the fact of your DBSA loan. How much was the loan? In fact, you have made mention of the 300 million that you had to do a loan on from DBSA. I want to check with you, for how long was the loan for? That was the first thing. But the second thing, was the 300 million made use for the intended purpose? Because as in when we were working about, you also made an indication that there was an augmentation that was done from the Department of Higher Education and Training. The third part that I wanted clarity on, you made mention of abandoned projects. And one of the things that I've raised the question on and around was the measures that were in place in terms of holding these contractors responsible for what they have not done. Just wanted to check those three things quick while I'm aligning my questions properly.
Thank you so much. Yes, I will give you an overview around our 800 beds. Of course, it's a DBA funded, it's a loan of 300 million rand that we got from DIET. And it was one of those structures that we abandoned. It was not finalized. We had to go and ask for more money from DIET to finalize it. And we're still paying the loan. I want to believe CFO is about 20 years, or I'm not sure how long, 20 years that we have to pay that particular loan, to DBSA. So it's somewhat we are doing. But if I can maybe just also talk around the reasons for this thing to be abandoned. you not entirely blame the contractors in that space if I had to understand exactly what went in. So when they were building these 1,800 beds, you know, they took the part of this money and start another project that was what we call DET funded. So money that was supposed to finish there, it also started somewhere. Hence, you couldn't finish both. You know, and we have to really speak to the quantity surveyor to understand what happened. When I came here, just to understand that story, and we make a case to DET and explain thoroughly as we did, to say it's not that money has been squandered. It's just that, you know, money has been spread too thinly, in my view, and not finished one, but start a lot of work that has not been completed. That was some of the reasons for these, you know, abandoned projects, as it were, if we said. But also for those, I can say, like your health sciences, where there was some negligence with the civil engineers who were in charge. There is a, you know, legal process that is happening right now through the Hawks, who are now following the money, you know, that has been squandered in that particular space. So there's a lot of referral that was done by the university to ensure that we recover some of the monies in that. But in other spaces, as I said to you, it was because of the inability of the university management to understand what needs to be done.
Thank you very much, VC. Let me not